Mr. Cohen for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And first, Mr. Mitchell, I appreciate your questioning, and I rue your absence from the Congress because you have been such a good member, but I understand your logic, and I commend you on it. In the last Congress, we passed the FAA Reauthorization Act, and I sponsored, as Director Ewell has mentioned, along with Representative Adam Kinzinger, the SEAD Act, which mandated that you provide us within a year, for safety purposes, pitch, width, the whole rigmarole with seats. And yet we don't have it. Tests in the past have been done with computers, and I think they're computers, if I'm not totally incorrect, I think they were provided by the airline or the manufacturer, and they were simulations provided by them. We don't need to have another crisis like we had with the Boeing airplane, that we have a crash and we come back and we have to ask the FAA, people couldn't get out of the plane in 90 seconds. Why did you not comply with the SEAD Act? So tell me again why this hasn't been accomplished. We're almost a year. And if it's going to be human conditions to where you've got people Mr. Mitchell size, Mr. DeFazio size, Mr. Trump size, all in coach class, trying to get out of a plane in 90 seconds. Are you going to have those people?
Oh, sir, we are. We're looking at it. Obviously, as Chairman DeFazio said, that Americans are getting bigger. And so seat size is important, but it's got to be looked at in the context of safety, and that requires testing. And answer Chairman DeFazio's earlier question, the most recent live full air evacuation testing was actually done in 2018, not 20 years ago. It was the Airbus 350. So we've done it. And despite
when you did this test with the Airbus, was that done here or in Europe?
It was done in Europe. EASA did it.
Why has not the FAA done it in America with Americans? We're widening out more than Europeans. Yeah. They're doing vegan-free and multi-grain and eating fruit. We aren't.
Sir, we did the 787, 777 were the most recent times we've done live testing. And as I said, we're lined up to do 12 days of evacuation testing in November. With 720 people, we're going to collect 3,000 data points. But one thing I want to allay your concerns a little bit. In the most recent examples of full hull loss accidents, 100% evacuation.
Within 90 seconds?
Asiana in San Francisco, Aeromexico, Mexico.
Were they done within 90 seconds?
I can't tell. I can get back to you on whether it happened in 90 seconds. But survivability today is much, much better due to a lot of great work that we do at the Tech Center in New Jersey and great improvements in flammability and survivability. But you're right. We need to do testing on evacuation. We're going to do live testing, and we're going to get you an answer on the seat pitch as it pertains to safety, sir.
And where are you going to get these people? You're not going to go to Slim Fast, are you?
So we're going to try to use a good demographic sampling, and we'll maybe invite you.
It would be good to invite me, because I've got a bad leg. And you've got people in this country who are larger, but you've also got people with disabilities who fly.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And you need to have a representative sample, and you've got children and whatever.
Oh, so we do incorporate all of those things. Lab children, animals, we incorporate all of that, and we will in the testing. And I don't know, Lirio, if there's anything I've missed on how we do that testing?
I can reflect back on that from my certification days. Yes, in fact, when we simulate the test during certification, we'll actually block half the exits. It'll also be in a dark environment. The attendants that are on the evacuation test don't know which exits are blocked to simulate a live situation. The demographics are typically volunteers from anyone, so there is no specific demographic that's sought for. So as you'll see, it'll also be dark in the cabin, so they try to simulate the worst-case scenario.
Thank you. If you would invite me, I'd love to be at least a observer. And if you pick Democrats, you'll get a good representative demographic of America.
Mr. Gallagher is
Go back to
recognized for
balance.
5 minutes.